Here, we're getting close. We're running out of time. And the last thing I want to do after being successful 3 other times is leave a firefighter trapped in a culvert at the end of the day.
Russo realizes the boat can provide extra strength to pull Jay out of the tunnel. Precious seconds tick away as rescuers attempt to maneuver the boat into position. The boat pulls Jay to the opening of the tunnel, but he still must squeeze past the ladder blocking the exit. He makes his way around as the pressure from the river threatens to push him back in. With one final burst of speed, the boat moves forward, and Jay King escapes.
It was a deep breath. There's a sigh of relief there. My first thought was, I'm not so sure first of all we had it. And when that was, verified with everyone else that was on scene, it was good to see everyone's faces.
Dennis, Claudia, and Selena suffer minor physical injuries, but the psychological trauma is harder to leave behind.
I'm still processing it. I'll be processing it for, the rest of my life.
The bridge has been rebuilt and the culvert opening graded up. Signs are posted in the river to protect kayakers from getting too close. But if they do, firefighters and first responders will be there.
I think that give or take 2 or 3 minutes, and this is a whole different event. They were going to drown in this culvert without a question about it if we didn't take the actions we did.
Public service to me, I used to think as politicians, it really changed my view of how necessary these jobs are and how the people that do them are amazing. Jay jumped in here not knowing whether he would survive. And that's a different kind of job.
Coming up, an afternoon of terror on the side of an apartment building.
We had a collapsed scaffolding system about 130 feet up in the air.
When caught on camera, help is on the way continues.
I'm serious. We compare direct rates side by side to find you a great deal, even if it's not with us. Oh, that's helpful.
Well, our company does that too.
Actually, we invented that. It's like a sauna in here.
Helping you save even if it's not with us. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
No más pantalones.
TripAdvisor. Millions of reviews to help you choose.
Just feather it out, that's right. That's right. Okay, alright, that's okay. Now put it in a second. Slow it down. Put the clutch in, break it. Just like I showed you.
Dad, you didn't show me, you showed him. Dad, he's gonna wreck the car. He's not gonna wreck the car.
No fighting in the road, please.
Put your bike on. You didn't even give me a chance, okay?
We got the new Subaru because nothing could break our old one.
Okay.
What the heck? Oh my
I hope the same goes for my husband.
What do you mean?
Love a car that lasts. Love.
Yeah.
It's what makes a Subaru.
It's up to you.
I'm only in my 60s. I've got a nice long life ahead. Big plans. So when I found out Medicare doesn't pay all my medical expenses, I got a Medicare supplement insurance plan.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you may know it only covers about 80% of your Part B medical expenses. The rest is up to you. Call now and find out about an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Like all standardized Medicare Supplement Insurance plans, it could save you in out-of-pocket medical costs. Call now to request your free decision guide.
I've been with my doctor for 12 years. Now I know I'll be able to stick with him.
You'll be able to visit any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients. Plus, there are no networks and virtually no referrals needed. see why millions of people have already enrolled in the only Medicare supplement insurance plans endorsed by AARP. Don't wait. Call now.
Max and Penny kept our bookstore exciting and would always come to my rescue. But as time passed, I started to notice Max just wasn't himself. And I knew he'd feel better if he lost a little weight. So I switched to Purina Cat Chow Healthy Weight Formula. I just fed the recommended amount, and they both loved the taste. After a few months, Max's special powers returned, and I got my hero back. Purina Cat Chow Healthy Weight.
You're not writing.
He's back on weeknights. Let's get to work. The Ed Show. Now in a new time. Weeknights at 5 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
A construction platform breaks apart, leaving two men clinging to the side of a building.
I mean, that was over 130 feet. It definitely would have been fatal for him.
March 4th, 2011. Two workers must face their worst fears when a scaffold collapses outside an apartment building in Yonkers, New York. A news helicopter captures the dramatic scene as the two men dangle in the cold winter temperatures. Yonkers Fire Chief John Flynn and firefighter Mike Giroux assess the dire situation.
One guy's actually hanging on the scaffolding, standing on top of it, and the second victim is actually down below him, beneath the scaffolding, probably about another 10 feet or so. We didn't know the extent of their injuries at that point, so the plan was made to have some of our members proceed to the floor nearby where they were hanging from the scaffolding to remove windows and to establish communication with them to assess their condition.
The two men indicate they aren't hurt, and their safety harnesses keep them from plummeting to the ground. But rescuers are concerned that may quickly change. No one knows how long the scaffold or the workers can hold on.
When they sit in their harnesses for a long time, it decreases the blood flow to their lower extremities, which creates a lot of physiological problems. It's a serious thing, but they were starting to get some of that because their legs were starting to get numb, it was a little cold out.
Firefighters first attempt to use their truck ladder to bring the two men down, but it quickly becomes clear they'll have to move on to Plan B.
Our longest ladders are 100 feet long, and these men being about 130 feet above the ground were very much out of the reach of our ladders. Our second option would be to pull them into a nearby window, a window above, possibly below or to the side.
But Plan B has its own problems.
When you're looking at a building that way on TV, it looks like everything's flat. It doesn't give you the dimensions. But those windows were actually 10 feet back and 10 feet offset. So when you're on rope, you never want to pendulum and swing them because your rope could actually cut.
The ladders are too short, the windows too distant. Firefighters are left with one final option, the roof.
We had a rappelling rack up top that they were using. It's basically a bunch of bars that would weave the rope through and acts as a frictional device. And once that was all done, which took about 30 minutes, we had placed firefighter Giroux into a harness, and we lowered him off the side of the building.
Giroux carefully descends and reaches the two men clinging to the platform. He determines the worker on the top end can hang on for a little while longer, but the other one gives him cause for concern.
The first victim was actually standing on the scaffolding. He was holding on pretty tight to the building, but he seemed okay. He wasn't like super panicked yet. The guy below him seemed more in a panic state. I think one of the reasons was that his harness was right around his legs where it should have been, but his whole weight was suspended by that harness, which was starting to cut off the blood flow.
Giroux approaches the lower victim and secures him to the rope line.
With the main line attachment, what I did is I attached the end knot to myself, and I attached him to an accessory cord. So his weight's never really on me, it's just on my system. So in this situation, if something failed, I would have been fine and he would have been fine.
Giroux safely brings the first man to the ground. Typically, another firefighter would rescue the second victim. But the late afternoon dusk is turning to night, and Chief Flynn decides Giroux's experience outweighs other considerations.
When Mike went down the first time, it was just getting dark, and he had a really good look at the entanglement problems that were there with the collapsed scaffolding and the ropes that had the workers entangled. So, after consulting with Mike, when he reached the ground, we determined that it really would be ideal to have him go a second time.
Floodlights illuminate the building as Giroux once again rappels down the side. The rescue goes off without a hitch, and both workers are taken to the hospital for observation.
They were a little hypothermic, and they had some soreness from hanging in their harnesses, but medically they were released from the hospital that evening, and they were 100% fine.
An investigation later determines the scaffolding collapsed due to a failure in the braking system. Mandatory safety lines helped save the two workers from a 130-foot fall. And there's no question the skill and steady nerves of Mike Giroux ensured this accident didn't become a tragedy.
Definitely remember this. I mean, this is pretty much the highlight of my career so far. And it's not just me. You know, I mean, we had guys up there. We had close to 50 guys, and they're helping save a life. You know, and it's a great feeling when you can affect people's lives.
Coming up, a school of dolphins is saved from a certain death. When caught on camera, help is on the way continues.
Why do I cook? Because an empty pan is a blank canvas. To share a moment.
To remember my grandmother.
To show my love.
What would you?
My asthma's under control. I get out a lot.
Except when it's too cold.
Like the last few weekends. Asthma doesn't affect my job.
You missed the meeting again last week.
It doesn't affect my family.
Your coughing woke me up again.
I wish you'd take me to the park.
I don't use my rescue inhaler a lot.
Depends on what you mean by a lot.
Coping with asthma isn't controlling it. Test your level of control at asthma.com. Then talk to your doctor. There may be more you could do for your asthma.
May your lights always be green. And your favorite songs always playing. May you never be stuck behind a stinky truck. May things always go your way, but it's good to be prepared, just in case they don't. Toyota, let's go places, safely.
I have a big meeting when we land, but I'm so stuffed up I can't rest.
Liquid gels don't unstuff your nose.
They don't?
Alka-Seltzer Plus Night fights your worst cold symptoms, plus is a decongestant.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Awesome is watching Homeland here. And watching the biggest hit movies here, or even here, anywhere you want, anytime you want. This is awesome. This is Showtime. Get your favorite series and movies with Showtime, plus over 60 additional channels with digital preferred TV. Upgrade now for $14.99 more a month for 6 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Democratic Senator Bob Smith and Assemblyman Joe Egan and Upendra Shivakula have been fighting to create thousands of good-paying jobs in research and technology right here in New Jersey.